everybody, my name is Kyle3639. Welcome back to another video. Today, in this one, it's going to be another deck profile video, and in this one, it's going to be on my updated Infernoble Knight deck profile video. Yes, it's been a while since I've done an Infernoble Knight deck profile video. Last time I done it, I got a lot of hate on it. It was like right after Smoke Grenade of the Thieves and shit got banned, and I was just kind of still trying to test the deck out. And yeah, really since then, it really hasn't seen that much play since, you know, Smoke Grenade and Link Cross got banned. That's until now. It's been seeing some sort of rogue play, maybe even tier 2 status and stuff like that, and I'm so glad to see it like this because it was one of my first competitive decks when I first started getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Last year that I started playing with this deck, and I really do like this deck, how it has just so many extenders and stuff like that, and that's why I just absolutely love this deck and like to see it's starting to see some more play in it. It's not, you know, the best deck in the world, you know, there's obviously better decks in the world, but this has really interesting combos that I think are very, very good. But without further ado, let's get into the card by card, shall we? We're going to start off with our first card, 2 Immortal Phoenix Gearfried, that's how you pronounce it. This card is, you basically banish 1 equip spell from your graveyard. Again, that's not going to be that hard in this deck. Special summon this card from your hand, and then at the start of the damage step, if this card attacks, you can equip 1 monster onto the field to this card. Only a maximum of 1, though. You can only do that 1 time, so you can't have multiple equipped monsters to himself. And then if when a monster effect activates its effect, you can send 1 equipped spell from your field to the graveyard to negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that monster. It's very, very good card. I'm only playing it at 2. I think 3 might be a little too much. 1's definitely too low. This is a searchable card in the deck. It's so it's just, you know, and it's a very good card at that as well. I absolutely love it, but I think 2 is just the perfect amount for you. Now into our actual combos for the deck, we have Neo Space Connector, which is basically just a 1-card combo. Look at your hand and get into all your extra deck plays as well. If you don't know what Neo Space Connector does, it's when this card's normal summon, you can special summon 1 Neo Spacian monster from your deck, and that's going to be Aqua Dolphin here. That's your only target in the entire deck here. So basically, as you normal summon Neo Space Connector, special summon the Aqua Dolphin. Aqua Dolphin effects, once per turn, discard 1 card, look at your opponent's hand, choose 1 monster. If the attack of the monster is greater than or equal to the attack of the monster of the chosen card, destroy the card. If you do, inflict 500, otherwise you take 500. So basically, this is just to bait out any hand traps. You know, if you normal summon Neo Space Connector, that's going to bait out that Ash Blossom, because no matter what, once you get into Aqua Dolphin, that Ash Blossom is getting ripped out of their hand anyways. So I kind of like that. And then if they have something like Droll and Lockbird, you can go, if you do Neo Space, so on Aqua Dolphin, you can get Droll out of the hand before you start doing your searching and stuff like that. That's actually very, very good. Just a good way to know what your opponent is playing as well. Make sure what kind of hand traps you have to deal with and stuff like that. Absolutely amazing. Now into the actual Infernoble stuff. Starting off with Infernoble Knight Renaud, level 1 warrior here. Absolutely amazing card. If you control a fire warrior monster, special summon this card, then it becomes a tuner if special summoned that way. Then you can target 1 equipped spell. When it's special summon, target 1 equipped spell or fire warrior monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Very, very good card here. Gets into a tuner. It can help you go into more link plays, more synchro summons, add 1 of your equipped spells or fire warrior monsters back from your graveyard back to your hand. Absolutely great stuff here with Renaud. Next thing up is 2 Infernoble Knight Oliver, an absolutely great card. I'm only playing at a 2 of because I think 3 might be a little too much. Basically, its effect is not. We're gonna skip its top effect for just 1 second. Is you can send once per turn. You can send 1 fire warrior monster or 1 equipped spell from your hand or face up on the field to the graveyard. Special summon this card out, but it becomes a level 1. It's already a tuner itself as well. Just a good way to special summon itself out. It's very, very good. Can help you keep going with plays, and then it has an effect in graveyard where you can equip to a monster, a warrior monster, and then the equipped monster gains the effect where it cannot be targeted, which is absolutely very good and is a crucial part to one of the combo things with the deck. And then last thing with the Infernobles is Infernoble Knight Ogier. Ogier is just basically when this card is normal summon, send 1 fire warrior or 1 noble arms card from your deck to the graveyard. So basically the play is Infernoble Knight Yugioh can send Gearfried, and then Renaud special summon itself out to add Gearfried back to hand. That's how Gearfried is kind of searchable in this deck, and that's why it's in here. Yugioh actually has an equip effect as well. If it's equipped to a monster, it cannot be destroyed by card effects, and it equips itself from the graveyard to a warrior monster as well. And then just some more extenders here. 3 Fire Flint Lady. If you control warrior monster, special summon this card. Has a bottom effect. You really never use it. You just use it for its special summon effect, and then you link it off to go into more combos and stuff like that. 3 Super Quantum Red Layer. Absolutely great card that's used in so many combos with the deck. When you control the monsters, you can special summon this card. Usually send it off something like Shooting Riser Dragon and stuff like that, which we'll get into in just 1 second and stuff like that. Absolutely great card. The small Phantom Knight package in here. We're starting off Phantom Knight Torn Scales here. You can just if this card is on the field, discard 1 card, send 1 Phantom Knight card from your deck to the graveyard. And then if a Phantom Knight card is banished while this card is in your graveyard, special summon this card, but it's banish it when it leaves the field. Absolutely amazing. So again, this is a small combo which I'll just get into in just 1 second here. I'm just kind of explaining the cards here. 1 Phantom Knight of Ancient Cloak is a very good. He's what you usually send off of Torn Scales here. So you do Torn Scales, discard 1 card, send Ancient Cloak. Ancient Cloak effect can banish itself to add a Phantom Knight card from your deck to your hand. You're usually going to add Silent Boots, and then Silent Boots, since you control the Torn Scales on field, special summon, and then you can get link plays from there, which is absolutely amazing. That's why we have this kind of small Phantom Knight package in here. Mecha Phantom Beast Colt Wing is kind of the one and only hard brick in this entire deck. Why it's just really want it in the deck. It sucks. It's okay. You can play through it if it's in your hand, but you really want to see this card in deck. If you don't know, when this card is special summon to Mecha Phantom Beast tokens, you're usually special summoning off its Auroradon's effect. You can special summon it, but Auroradon effect only applies if it's in deck. If it's in your hand, you cannot special summon it off Auroradon's effect. But it's still a very good card to play in here. And then our last monster is Despot 001. Again, it's just for the Kriston Halki Firebrax, Auroradon play to keep special summoning out Despot 001 and abuse it in that way. Now into the spells and trap cards here. We're playing 3 triple tactic talents here. A very expensive card, by the way. Holy crap, this card is expensive. Really needs a reprint. Hey, 2021 tins, include this card in your fucking tins. But triple tactic talent's a very, very good card. So if your opponent activates a monster effect during the main phase, activate this card. One of these cards. You can either draw 2 cards, take control of one of your opponent's monster until the end phase, or look at your opponent's hand and choose 1 card to shuffle back into the deck. It's just a good way if you end up getting hand trapped to use one of these effects as well. Some people play Dark Ruler No More instead of this card in the main deck, so they have some sort of chance to go second, but I like to see this card instead, and I have Dark Ruler No More in the side deck. We have Heritage of the Chalice, which is just a great searcher for any of your Infernoble cards, either Oliver, Ogier, Renaud, or Infernoble Durandal, but I don't know why you would search Durandal off this. Just a good way to search and why we're playing it as a 3 of. Also have the bottom effect. While this card's in graveyard, you can add this card to your if a Noble Knight or monster equipped with a Noble Arms equipped spell is destroyed by battle and sent to graveyard, while this card's in graveyard, add this card back to hand. That never happens, but just make sure you know it. I don't know. That really never happens. But Infernoble, now into the equipped spells, and we're starting off with Infernoble Arms Durandal, which is absolutely a great card. So you can equip this card to anything on field, any monster on field, which is absolutely great. So if you have Golden Second and stuff, equip it to one of your monsters and stuff like that. Then its effect is you can add 1 level 5 or lower Fire Warrior monster from your deck to your hand, and then destroy this card. And any level 5 or warrior. So, Red Layer, Fire Flint, you still have the Infernoble stuff as well. Just a very good card, and then it sends itself to the graveyard, which can set up your Gearfried plays and stuff like that. Absolutely great card here. Absolutely great. And then has an effect if this card is sent to the graveyard because it was equipped to a monster that it was sent to the graveyard. You can target 1 level 5 or lower Fire Warrior monster in your graveyard, special summon it. But you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except warrior monsters. You're never really using its bottom effect, so you really don't need to worry about that. 3 DDR, an absolutely great fucking card that was supposed to be a retrain of supposed to be a weaker version of Premature Burial, which is still banned. But holy shit, this card is still pretty good, especially in this deck. You can discard 1 card, target 1 of your banished monsters, special summon it into attack position, and then once it leaves the field, it just sends it to the graveyard. So it doesn't even get rebanished off its effect and stuff like that. Also, not once per turn, so it's absolutely just an amazing card here for us to play. We're playing 3 Living Fossil, just another great card to see. Another way to play through hand traps and stuff like that. Activate this card by targeting one level 4 or lower monster. Level 4 or lower monster in your graveyard. Special summon it and equip this card. Put it banished when it leaves the field. Its effects are negated and it loses 1,000 attack and defense. It really doesn't matter. It's just for you just to keep going off and stuff like that. And that's the only reason why you play this card. 1 metal silver armor is absolutely a brick in this deck. It's really a brick. You want to see this in deck, but it does have a combo with Charles, which we'll get into in just 1 second. And its effect, as long as this card you control is equipped, as long as you control the monster equipped to this card, your opponent cannot use the effect of a spell, trap, or effect monster that targets one monster except the equipped monster itself. Very good. Again, we'll get into why this card is so important. But yes, this card is very good. 1 Divine Sword Phoenix Blade, a card that maybe should be on the ban list because of how good it is. Can only equip to a warrior monster and it gives it 300 attack. That's not really the reason why we play this. The reason why we play this is during your main phase. If this card is in your graveyard, banish 2 warrior monsters, add this card to your hand. The reason why that's so good, because it's not once per turn. It sets up your DDR play, so you can banish like a tuner or something like that, and then activate DDR. Discard Phoenix Blade. Phoenix Blade can be one of those cards where you can just keep adding it to hand and then discarding it off card effects and stuff like that. That's very, very good, and DDR is just also just, it sets up your DDR plays. It's just absolutely just an amazing card to have in this deck. Card that probably should be banned, but you know, again, once a deck just keeps abusing this, it probably will be placed on the ban list. I don't think this will, Infernobles will be the deck to do it, but there will eventually, I think, will be a deck that will force this card to be banned. But that is not the case right now, and that's why we're playing it in this deck. We're playing the 1 Rhoda because we're playing Warriors. Rhoda is a very good card for Rhodas. And then the Phantom Knight of Shane Brigadine, just to finish out our Phantom Knight package here. Silent Boots can add it off its effect there, and just another extender for you as well. So that is it for the main deck. Now on to the extra deck. We're playing 2 Soul Days, 2 Tales of the Noble Knights, a very, very important card in this deck. When this card is Link Summon, you can add 1 warrior monster from your deck to your hand, but you cannot normal or special summon that monster for the rest of the turn that has that same name, and its effects cannot be activated with the card with the same name as well. So there's that, and then its bottom effect, you can send any number of equipped spells from with different names from your deck to the graveyard. Special summon 1 warrior monster from your deck whose levels equal the number of cards sent to graveyard. You can only use each effect once per turn. Why that card is so good is you send like Phoenix Blade, Metal Silver Armor, and then some other equipped spell for cost, by the way. That's not like it's a part of its effect. That's cost. So you can pay that even if it's negated and stuff like that. Special summon like a monster. I usually send 3 to summon out your Phantom Knight Torn Scales package and then go off from there. We're playing the Kriston Halki Fibrax. It pulls out the Death Spot, and that's why we're playing it. It's a very, very good card. Card that was considered to be banned and still pretty powerful and has a lot of cards placed on the ban list because of how powerful the card is. But it's not banned yet, so might as well abuse it. And then Mecha Phantom Beast Auroradon is basically what you go into with Death Spot and Kriston Halki Fibrax. Go into Auroradon. Auroradon special summon 3 tokens, and Death Spot can special summon itself back out. Just a very, very good card. You contribute itself to special summon Colt Wing as well and stuff like that. Absolutely amazing. Playing a Nightmare Unicorn, this is just so we can have another Link 3 in the deck. And Nightmare Unicorn is a pretty good card. I can return target 1 card, discard 1 card, and then return that card back into the deck. And then if it was co-link, draw 1 card. And then we have Access Code Talker. That's why we're playing another Link 3. It's because of Access Code Talker. Access Code Talker is a good way to finish out your games and stuff like that. A very powerful card. Very expensive card, by the way. If you're not going to include triple tactics counts, please include Access Code Talker in the reprints for the 2021 tins. Come on, please, please, do it for me. Holy shit. $150? I think this thing needs a reprint, by the way. Very powerful card in this deck, absolutely. And then our last Link monster is Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess, which you can go into and still go into a full combo and stuff like that. Absolutely great card for this deck. Appaloosa, very, very good in this deck. Now onto the Synchro monsters. We're playing Herald of the Arclight, and just a great card. Just a great card. It has the negation effect, has if any monster is sent from hand or main deck to the graveyard, it's banished instead, so it can get around something like Droplet and stuff like that. If they want to send from hand with Droplet, when a spell or trap or monster effect is activated, quick effect tribute this card to negate the activation and destroy it is also just a very powerful effect in and of itself. Very, very good card and why we're playing it. One Infernoble Knight Captain Royland. It's an absolutely great card to help you goes into Charles. So basically, you synchro summon this card, you declare its effect. It doesn't resolve until the end phase. But in the end phase, send one equipped spell from your deck to the graveyard, then add one warrior monster from your deck to your hand. Very, very good card with that Captain Royland. Very good going to your Charles as well, because it has a quick effect. Equips itself to a warrior monster, which can trigger Charles effect to pop one card on field. Absolutely great there. One Ignoble Knight of the High Lancian. I'm probably butchering that last name there, but that not to worry right now. Very good card. This is just if you end up wanting to get Gear Field. Let's say you normal summon Gear and then special summon Renaud to add Gear Field to hand, but you don't have an equipped spell yet. You can go into Ignoble Knight High Lancian to equip a one Noble Arms equipped spell to itself. You would equip Durandal, then Durandal is to search one card, and then you can get Gear Field out onto the field and have its negation on the ready before you go into like Nibiru range and stuff like that. That's the only reason why I play this card. If you want to take it out, by all means, go ahead and take it out. Maybe for something like, I know a lot of people play the Mechana Phantom Beast rank 7. I should probably know it, because I was in Dragon Ruler format. Forget its name. Actually, this is going to annoy me real quick. Mechana Phantom Beast, Dracosac, that's its name, my bad. So, yeah, some people play Dracosac over this card, but I'm playing this card, I'm not playing Dracosac. One Shooting Riser Dragon, just another way to keep going into your Synchro stuff with this card is Synchro Summon. Send one monster from your deck to the graveyard whose level is lower than this card's on the field, then reduce this card's level by how many levels of the card you send. So if you send, like, it's a level 7. If you send a Super Quantum, which is level 5, it becomes a level 2, and then you can Synchro Summon stuff out after that. We're playing one Power Tool Dragon, which can search out an equipped spell from deck, and it's a soft once per turn, by the way. You can reveal 3 equipped spells from your deck. Doesn't even need to be, different. It can all be the same if you want to. Your opponent randomly chooses one for you to add to your hand, and then shuffle the rest back to your deck. It's a good way to either search out your DDR, but if you already have DDR, good way to search out Living Fossil as well. One Borreload Savage Dragon, which is just a good negation and stuff like that, and that's why we're playing it. And then one Infernoble Knight Emperor Charles. Emperor Charles is just absolutely amazing. If an equipped card becomes equipped to any monster on field, you can pop one card on the field, and then during the end phase, equip one equipped spell from your hand or graveyard to this card. Then equip one fire you can equip one Fire Warrior monster from your deck to this card as an equipped, which gives it 500 attack. Very, very good card here and very important piece to this deck. And then just one Abyss Dweller because it can come up and you can make it in this deck, and it can screw some decks out of playing their way in the graveyard. So that is it for the entire deck. Side deck: Lancia, Droll, Nib, Dark Roller No More, Lightning Storm. Very typical stuff for your side deck and stuff like that. But without further ado, let's get into the combos, shall we? Alrighty, now on to the combo portions of the video here. So this is just to show you what the deck can do. We're not going to play against any negations, or we're just assuming we're going to go first as well. This is just to show you what the deck can do. This is an alright hand. We have Gear Freed in hand. 2 Durandals kind of sucks, but you can still play through it and stuff. Rhoda is also pretty good as well. So we're going to go ahead and special summon our Super Quantum Red Layer here. And we're going to go ahead and activate Reinforcement of the Armory, going ahead and searching ourselves a Neo Space, which ends up being on top here. So we'll just search that out here. And then we're going to go ahead and normal summon our Neo Space Connector, declare the effect, summon our Aqua Dolphin from deck here, if we can find it. There it is. Spell summon our Aqua Dolphin. Then we're going to declare the effect of Aqua Dolphin. This is just so you know your hand advantage and stuff like that, know what you're going against and stuff like that. So we're going to discard one of the Durandals. Then we're going to go ahead and go Link 2 here. Go ahead and go into Isolde. Then we're going to declare the effect of Isolde. We'll go ahead and add ourselves another Super Quantum Red Layer. Then we're going to declare its bottom effect. We're going to send 3 for cost here. We're going to send, if I can find the thing, we're going to find, sometimes I have a brain fart. We're going to send Phoenix Blade. We're going to send Metal Silver Armor, if I can find it. And we're also going to send a living fossil as well. So we send 3 for cost, and then we'll go ahead and special summon our Phantom Knight package here. I saw a Torn Scale somewhere. Special summon our Torn Scales here. And then we'll go ahead and declare the effect of Phoenix Blade here, banishing Neospacian and Aqua Dolphin here, and then add itself to hand. Then we'll declare the effect of Torn Scales, discarding that Phoenix Blade here. And we'll go ahead and we'll send, this is actually interesting because I can actually just go into Apo now. So we'll go actually just we'll usually send Ancient Cloak, but since I still have Super Quantum on field, we're just going to go ahead and send Silent Boots to graveyard here. Now, this is their opportunity to Nibiru here. This is like, if they Nibiru here, you're still fine. You can still play through it. And this is why I actually kind of like this version of the deck. You can play through Nibiru and stuff like that. So if they end up Nibiruing, that's fine. But again, we're just assuming we're playing against no negations and stuff like that. So we'll go ahead and go Link 4 here. Go into our Appaloosa here, which will gain 3 counters on this. And then we'll go ahead and declare the effect of Silent Boots here, banishing itself. Then we'll go ahead and add the Shane Brigadine to hand. Then we'll declare the effect of Torn Scales here, special summon himself in defense position. Then we'll go ahead and activate Durandal. We'll equip to Torn Scales, and we'll declare the effect, adding ourselves Oliver to hand here. There's Oliver. And then this will get sent to graveyard. And then we'll go ahead. We don't have I don't want to banish a Soul Day off that. So we'll discard Super Quantum Red Layer, do Oliver's effect to special summon himself out here. And then we'll go Link 2 into Halka Fibrax because Oliver is a tuner. Then we'll go Halka Effect, summon out our Desk Bot 001. And then we'll go Link 3 here. Go into Auroradon. Auroradon effect, we'll go ahead and get ourselves tokens out onto the field. Despot effect in graveyard to special summon himself out here. And then we'll go into a Synchro 7 of Power Tool Dragon. If I can find it, there it is. We'll declare the effect. We're going to search out 3 DDRs here. So there's 1, 2, and 3 there. And of course, we'll just add DDR to hand there. And then we'll declare the effect of Auroradon, trading 2 for cost here. And then we'll summon out Colt Wing, which will then trigger its effect to summon 2 tokens out here. And then we'll do Despot effect again to do its effect to special summon himself out. And then we'll go Synchro for 7. We'll go into Shooting Riser here. We'll declare the effect of Shooting Riser. We'll send ourselves Super Quantum Red Layer. It becomes a level 2. We'll use the level 2 and level 3 token. Go into Royland. Royland effect triggers here, but it does not resolve until the end phase. Then we'll go Synchro Summon for 9 to go into our Charles. It seems like a lot to go into Charles, but we still have some setup here. We'll now declare the effect once again of Phoenix Blade, banishing ourselves the Oliver, and I don't think and this Torn Scales is supposed to be banished, so we'll just banish that. And we'll just banish another Super Quantum for the effect there. Add ourselves to hand here. And then we'll go ahead and let's see. We'll go DDR. We'll go ahead and then discard the Phoenix Blade. We'll summon Oliver from the banished area. Then we'll go set Shane Brigadine and then activate Shane Brigadine. Go ahead and spell summon himself out. Now you have options here. So you have 2 options here. Depending on what you saw off the Neospace, you can go into a Boral Sword here, which is the safe option there if you also don't know its Neospatian connector, if you didn't see their hand. You can also go Abyss Dweller if you want to as well. That also works if you want to do that as well. It just depends on what you're versing against, what you see in their hand and stuff like that. But let's see, for just random stuff, we don't know what they're playing. I would go into Boral Sword here, and this also gets sent to graveyard. Boral Sword effect triggers. We'll equip the Auroradon to him. Go ahead and get 3 counters to himself. And then we'll go ahead and do, let's see, we have Oliver. We'll go ahead and do Gearfried effect here. We'll banish one of the Durandals. Special summon out the Gearfried into attack position. Oh, we don't want to banish that face down. We'll put that to the top of the deck. We'll do Oliver's effect Engrave here. We'll just equip to Gearfield here. No. We'll equip to Charles here. That's a mistake. If If it lets me, we'll do that and that to signify that. Then we'll do a Phoenix Blade effect here. We'll actually banish a Solde and Super Quantum to add himself back to hand here. And then we'll go ahead and do, we'll just have it just so we have it in hand. And then we'll go ahead and then just go to end phase here. We'll end phase here. We'll trigger Charles effect. Charles will equip a metal silver armor to himself. And then we will opt to choose a equip spell here to equip Ogier from deck, which ended up being the one I ended up accidentally banishing there. And then we'll resolve Royland's effect in the end phase. We'll send ourselves the second DDR, add ourselves just another Gearfried to hand. And there's your basically play here. You have, oh, this is supposed to be at 3. I don't know how that came to 2. So you have 3 negation Appaloosa. You have a negation with Borreload. You have a negation with Immortal Phoenix Gearfield. Because you can send any equip spell. The equip spell does not need to be to him. So that's also good. And then you have Charles. You have the pop with Charles because you do have Royland in Graveyard. And also your opponent cannot target any Yura monsters for any sort of effect. Because Charles here is equipped with Metal Silver Armor, which Metal Silver Armor's effect prevents any monster from being targeted on the field or graveyard except the card he is being equipped to. So Metal Silver Armor makes Charles where you can only target Charles. And then Oliver's effect here prevents Charles from being targeted in the first place. So it's absolutely amazing, amazing stuff there. So good thing there. And we have the Warland quick effect to equip himself to any card. And then Charles' effect is absolutely amazing where you can just pop one card on the field. Doesn't even target for it, so that's also amazing. So you have 4 monster negates here, an Omni negate plus a pop, and your opponent cannot target whatsoever. Absolutely amazing. Combo portion probably took a fucking shit ton. Yeah, it took 8 minutes for me to get through that whole entire combo. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more content on the channel. I do upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with a stream on either Saturday or Sunday. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.